Hey guys, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing okay. And it's another day. Um, and this day is a nice day. It's not raining. It's comfortable like the other day was. And it's sunny. As a matter of fact, you can take a look for yourself just how nice it is. Now, take a look over there. Can you see it? Do I have it aimed right? The employee of the month gets to park right next to the door. Now, how precious is that? Wow, right? I just noticed it just now. And you see right over there, yep, the leaves are turning. The leaves are starting to turn. And it's going to be a Kodachrome town in a while as the fall comes upon us. And I'm excited to show something new. Now, I had a red shirt, and the staff here lost it. So they went to replace it. And they didn't have any red shirts, and so they bought an orange shirt to replace it. And, all right, how you doing? I didn't much care for the orange shirt. I don't mind orange be the color of road construction signs. You know, I don't care much for orange, really. But I always wanted the red. I like the red. The red's the color of the stoplight and the stop sign. And the do not enter sign, the modern one. Not the old one I grew up with. And then they lost the orange shirt. So they had to replace that one. So they got to replace the replacement shirt of the shirt they lost. Okay. Now, hopefully, they will not have to replace the replacement shirt of the replacement shirt of the shirt they lost. So, hopefully, I don't have to deal with that again. That's right. That's right. You got that right. So, I'm very excited to show you that they got me a red shirt again. Yay! Here's my red shirt. Callie!
Hi, Jim!
How you doing?
Good.
Okay. How about that, huh? I got a red shirt again. Yay! Sort of a blessing in disguise. That orange shirt, that would be like orange is like my totally least favorite color is orange. Even though I don't mind orange being the color of construction signs, you know, I don't mind that at all. I'm not much for Halloween either, so orange that's not my color. I don't care for orange, but I like red. Anybody who sees my shirt knows they got to stop and look both ways before proceeding to make sure, you know, the intersection is clear. All right. Now, today I want to talk about a couple of things. All right, this is what I want to talk about the last time, but there was not enough time. So I was going to do another video devoted to this. Now, I said about that, I don't know if I said this or not, but I stopped using the term African American because that really is a racist term. Because that follows the stereotype of the old, go back to, you know, I don't have to say it. All right? That's why I think it's racist. Also, because South Africa, they're white, they're Caucasians down there. and North Africa, which includes Egypt, Syria, and its neighbors around the Sahara Desert, and even where Mark Gundel gets his material for that bed sheet, the Nile River and everything. They're not people of color, not like Candace Owens or Bill Cosby or Eddie Murphy or Richard Pryor or any of those great folks. So that's why I don't like the term African American. And when Democrats came up with a person of color, I said, okay, I like that. That I like. I like that much better. But and I think about what's really dividing this country, it has nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with identity politics. And if you think about it, it makes a whole bunch of sense. Because we, Republicans, conservatives, we don't care about identity politics. We don't care about a person's identity. Whether you're a person of color, whether you're Jewish, Christian, Lutheran, Baptist, blonde hair, brown haired, blue eyes, brown eyes, left-handed, right-handed. We don't care. We don't care. That's unimportant to us. We're all Americans and we all belong together in one wonderful American family. And we have no desire to single out one subset, which would be whether it's subset C or subset D, subset R, or subset POC, person of color. Okay, so we have, within the bigger set, set USA, we have subsets of the bigger set USA. We have set D for Democrats. We have set R for Republicans. We have set C, Caucasians. Wow. Okay, hold on. Okay, we got, oh yeah, that's right. What am I thinking? Right. So we got subset D, Democrats. Subset R, Republicans. Subset C, Caucasians. And subset POC, person of color. Okay, so you got 4 subsets in the bigger set USA. So the set USA has 4 subsets within it. Okay. And sometimes some of these subsets play off each other. Okay, so you could have subset POC in both subsets. You could have set POC in subset R and subset D. I told you this place is haunted. Huh. I didn't do it. It's not my job, man. I didn't do it. You can't pin that one on me, officer. I didn't do it. So I'm not gonna do anything to add to identity politics. I'm not embracing it anymore. I am rejecting it. I am rejecting it wholeheartedly. No more identity politics. It's illegal. It's a felony, and I'm not going to do it anymore. No more. It's a felony to engage in identity politics. No more. I'm not going to do it. You can't make me do it. Oh, no, sir, I ain't doing it. And you could hold a gun to my head, man, I will not do it. I will not engage in identity politics. That is immoral. As anti-American, I'm not going to do it. And you can't make me do it. I don't care if the PC police are on me. I don't give a damn. What are the PC police going to do? Arrest me? Because I'm not engaging in identity politics? Be real. So no more identity politics. You can leave that at the door. Don't bring it in. No more identity politics. If you want to engage in identity politics, do it outside. Do it outside. Don't bring it to my house. No more. No identity politics. It's illegal. It's obsolete. Done. Done with. No more identity politics. We are all Americans. Period. Period. We're Americans. And it's anti-American what the left is doing. What the left is doing, the progressives, all this crap that they're doing. No more identity politics. Leave it at the door. Don't bring it in my house. And you know what? A pastor, a pastor of a church in, I think it was, this note. Yeah, write notes down. In Birmingham, Alabama. Okay, and remind me not to go through Birmingham, please. Okay? Excuse me. See, this whole identity politics thing is making me burp. Hope it ain't making me do something else. Okay. Now, I thought we had freedom in this country. I thought that I've seen so many things on TV over the past 5 to 10 years against bullying. And there's all kinds of bullying. There is cyberbullying. There is school bullying, where a couple of punks, they're not Americans, they're not assertive, they are violent punks. Okay, it's violence. Okay, violence comes in all forms. Okay, there is verbal violence, there is financial violence, there is emotional violence, there is mental violence, okay? And there's also political violence. Violence is violence, okay? And when you bully somebody, okay, that's a form, that's violent. That is violent. And we are not animals. We are human beings. We are human beings with compassion. And speaking of compassion, okay, oh, you're fine. You're fine. Last time I talked about, damn, I forgot what I was talking about. Because I'm all choked up. Yeah. Watch the door close, I'll remember. Damn it, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh man, I tell you. So I'll just keep going, and if I remember it, I'll mention it, okay? So I thought we had freedoms in this country. That we could vote who we want to vote for. And we should not have to tolerate being bullied to not vote for Trump. See ya. All right. And political bullying, you know, is just as bad as any other form of bullying. And when their Maxine Waters is talking about get a mob together and just get in somebody's face and tell them they're not welcome, you know, mob is very violent and intimidating. So she was inciting a mob, but that was okay. That was okay. That was acceptable to entice a mob together. Right? Well, I thought we had freedom in this country to vote who we want to vote for. That we should not be a victim of political bullying of who we should or should not vote for. Because one of the great things about this country is that each person is a free person to vote who he or she wants to vote for. That each person in this country should not have to feel, should not become a victim of political bullying, okay, from the left. Okay, but this is what this pastor did. This is what this pastor did. This pastor in Birmingham, Alabama. He put a sign up, and I'm putting a link to that video in the description below, so you can see for yourself. Okay, this is hate right here. This is a pastor filled with hate. Okay, and he wants to point the finger at Trump. But you know what? He's projecting. He is the one projecting, because he is engaging in identity politics, which is very divisive. It's identity politics that is divisive, pitting gender against gender, ethnicity against ethnicity, to hate conservatives, to hate white people, or Caucasians, hate Caucasians, okay? Hate the Caucasian male, hate these people, hate that people. But so he, you know, there's so much hatred in this pastor, you know, and I thought we had freedom. I really did. I thought we had freedom in this country to vote who we wanted to vote for and not be a victim to political bullying and political violence. But bullying, more or less. Okay? And if you think about Americans being jury members, okay, and let's say, for argument's sake, Trump is accused of a crime, and so he's being defended, and he's on the witness. No, he's the defendant, and he has witnesses to come forth to defend his innocence, right? And you had jurors on the jury. So let's say Americans, okay, we're members of the jury. We are witnesses to sit on the witness stand. And one of us gets on the witness stand and talks about, you know, that the accusations are false and blah, blah, blah. And then it gets time for lunch, and the judge says, okay, 1 hour recess, we'll convene back and resume the trial at 1 o'clock. this court is adjourned. He leaves. We all have our lunch. We come back. The witness is now returned to the witness stand, and then the lawyer starts asking him the questions he was in the middle of talking about. And the witness says, I don't know what you're talking about. Wait a minute. You were going to say something about this. I don't know what you're talking about. And then the question is, who got to you? Who got to you? Who spoke to you in the hallway during lunch break and paid you or intimidated you to change your testimony? Who did that? Because now you're not a witness, a viable witness now. So now we got one fewer witness than we had before because somebody got to you and made you change your testimony. Okay? That's witness tampering. And the same thing with a jury. Jury tampering. And it happens more time than we like to think. Okay? So, this is the same damn thing. Okay? For somebody to tell you not to vote for Trump, and if you do, we are going to smash your kneecaps, or burn your house, or kidnap your daughter, or anything else if you continue with your story. And if you don't change your story, that's what's going to happen. So the witness is now intimidated to change his or her testimony because the person tampered with the witness. Okay, with a form of violence and intimidation. And this is what this pastor is doing. And this is also what Hollywood is doing. Hollywood is doing it too. Because Hollywood is now saying that we want all of Trump's donors. We want their names. We want their addresses. We want their phone numbers. We want all their information. Sure. So we know who they are. And we will know who not to work with. Now, this could go beyond Hollywood, you know. This could go to offices, companies, businesses, everywhere. If this is not stopped in its tracks. Because this is very un-American to insist that people reveal who they're voting for at the risk of political bullying, intimidation, and political violence. And violence could be any form. Could be physical, could be emotional, could be psychological, could be financial, could be any form of violence. Violence is violence. Now, it is shocking, okay, that we have Americans, and this is the thing I'm saying, that I'm not engaging in political correctness. I'm not engaging in identity politics. It does not exist. We're all Americans. Now, this pastor had a sign outside his church. On one side of the sign, and remember, you'll see it for yourself. But I am not identifying anything having to do with identity politics. Because it's un-American. Alright? He said on his side, on one side, it reads, if certain Americans vote for Trump, that is a sign of mental illness. And if these Americans vote for Trump, it's racist. But there are other Americans besides these Americans and those Americans. We have these Americans and we have those Americans, but we have also other Americans. Other Americans. We have Asian Americans, and this is the only time I'm going to engage in identity politics, because I want to present a point here. Okay, we have these Americans, I'm not using them anymore, these Americans, those Americans. If these Americans vote for Trump, it's a sign of mental illness. If those Americans vote for Trump, it's racist. But we have other Americans. We have Asians. We have Hispanics. We have Puerto Ricans. We have Latinos. And apparently, they can vote for Trump without any problem at all as far as his past is concerned. Because he says nothing about them. All he's mentioning is two groups of Americans. These Americans and those Americans. So if these Americans vote for Trump, it is a sign of mental illness. And if those Americans vote for Trump, it's racism. But we have other Americans over there. Asians, Hispanics, Latinos, Puerto Ricans. And as far as he's concerned, this past is concerned, they can vote for Trump, and he's okay with that. Because he didn't put up a sign against those Americans. So this pastor, okay, he doesn't have a problem with Latinos voting for Trump, Hispanics voting for Trump, Asians voting for Trump, Latinos voting for Trump. As far as he's concerned, Latinos, Hispanics, Asians, and Puerto Ricans, they can vote for Trump, and it's okay with him. Okay with this pastor. Because there's nothing in his sign that identifies those Americans. This is why identity politics is, and I'm going to say it, a piece of shit. Because it is. Identity politics is anti-American. As I said, we have these Americans. And if these Americans vote for Trump, it's a sign of mental illness. If those Americans vote for Trump, it's racism. But there are other Americans. That is not specified on his sign. So, if we have those Americans over there who are not part of these or those, they are the third group. So apparently, this third group of Americans, hey, they can vote for Trump. Pastor's okay with that. Because he is identifying two groups, as if these two groups are the only groups in the United States. Now, this is why identity politics is a piece of shit. It is a piece of crap. It is garbage. And this is why I don't endorse it. Because we have more than two different groups in our country. So, these Americans, mental illness. Those Americans, racist. This third group over here, no problem. You guys, you can vote for Trump. It's okay. Yeah, I just have a problem with these Americans and those Americans. But you guys over there, this third group over here, you can vote for Trump, no problem. This is why it's stupid. This is why this is sick. And this is why it has to stop. And stop now. Because this is what's dividing this country. This is what the problem is. It's not Trump. It is people like this pastor. And it's everybody else on the left who engages in identity politics. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. I don't care what skin pigmentation you are. I don't care what country you sound of. I don't care what ethnicity you are. I don't care what eye color you have. I don't care if you're right-handed or left-handed. I don't care if you're blonde, brunette, red-headed, or bald. I don't care. You're an American. That's all I need to know. And it really is sick, because, especially coming from this pastor, and like I said, I'm putting a link down in the description below so you can see it for yourself. And I'm also putting on the same description 5 Bible verses that describe that this pastor is not a true pastor. Because this goes against everything that I have heard about the Christian faith. And I'm Jewish, and I accept the Christian faith and the Christian teaching, and I respect it. And this is disgusting, coming from this pastor. And I will tell you the 5 verses. Okay, one is from the Hebrew Bible. The Hebrew scripture. The others are New Testament. And I have to say, what would Jesus say? And what would Jesus do if he was here on earth and he heard this coming from this pastor? Okay, this is disgusting. That now pastors are getting involved. The church is getting involved in this crazy, sick, stupid practice of political, identity politics. This is evil, what this is, identity politics. You can take that to the bank. You can smoke that in your pipe. Okay, this is evil right here. Identity politics is evil. Okay, here are the verses. Here are the Bible verses that go against what this pastor is doing in the name of Jesus. Okay, first, Proverbs 6:19. Now that's from the Hebrew Bible. That's from the Tanakh, what Christians call the Old Testament. Okay, and like I said, I'm going to write all this out in the description below, so you can read this. This is disgusting. Proverbs 6:19. Next, Matthew 7:2. Matthew chapter 7 verse 2. And Matthew chapter 7 verse 15. And finally, John 8:7. That is John chapter 8 verse 7. I'll put everything in the description below so you can see this for yourself. This is disgusting what this pastor is doing. Absolutely disgusting. It's disgraceful. He should be ashamed of himself, and he also should hang up his calling or whatever the hell it is.
See you in the morning.
Okie doke. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right. It's a good day to enjoy, too.
It is beautiful out.
I know, isn't it? Yeah. So here we got it, folks. Here we got it. 5 verses. He should just close up his church and get the heck out of Dodge. And, but you know what? They are victims. Because the real villain here, the real Antichrist, if you will, is mainstream media. Ah, so you are the employee of the month, huh? Wow. How'd you get that title?
Being dedicated.
Huh?
I said being dedicated.
Ah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, enjoying the day.
That's good.
Aw, she's pretty.
Thank you.
She's a cutie. So what is this? Visit mommy day or something?
Nah.
Oh, you're babysitting, or you just...
No, this is my baby.
I know that you're...
Oh.
I meant... Scratch that,
Follow
reverse it.
mommy.
No, you're just...
Yep, just follow mommy day.
I'll just follow mommy day. Oh, okay. Bye. She's a cutie. Yeah. That's a dedicated mommy for you right there. And you know, I think we should stop with the identity politics. We should stop pitting American against American, hating other Americans because of who they support. You know, I may not agree with your politics. I may not agree with the candidates you support, or the party you support, or a party you belong to. But I'll be damned if I'm going to dictate to you what you have to do. And if you don't do it my way, you are dead meat. That we will not do. That we don't do. We don't do that. The mainstream media does that. Everybody in media does that. All the night talk hosts, they do that. The blind leading the blind. I said that once before. Because all you people, you are victims of a huge hoax and lie. And they got my friend so terrified out of his skin that he's afraid that Trump, not that woman on MSNBC, that columnist from the Washington Post, he should be scared of her, not Trump. I'm scared of her. Oh, yeah? You got him?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm not going anywhere, but
You just want to check your car.
yeah, they working on her in the room.
Oh, okay. All right, take it easy. I'm scared of her. I'm scared of her. I'm not scared of Trump. I'm scared of this columnist that says we got to burn down the Republican Party to the extent that there are no survivors. And make sure there are no survivors. That is scary. That I'm scared of. I'm not scared of Trump. I'm scared of her. That's evil right there. Evil. That's where the evil is. Right there. That columnist, that Washington Post Jewish Reno. And I'm saying that because it is disgusting. It is disgusting for any Jew to have this attitude about her fellow human beings. That is the antithesis of Jewish teaching, Jewish values, Jewish culture. That is so against it. And that is disgusting beyond words. that any human being could have this much hatred towards other human beings, and particularly that this American woman could have this much hatred toward her fellow Americans. This is beyond unforgivable. This is beyond despicable. This is beyond tolerant. This is beyond moral.
What are you doing?
Aw.
Hi.
Hi. Aw.
I got Vicks on my hands. You smell
Oh.
it? My Vicks Vapor Rub.
Oh, jeez, I smell it. Whoa.
I love it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm addicted.
And are you leaving, going home?
No, I'm taking a quick break.
Okay, you're entitled. Enjoy. I love her. She's great. Yeah. 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 It is disgusting what a pastor will do. It is disgusting. Absolute disgusting. What Americans, their attitude toward their fellow Americans is beyond disgusting and despicable, uncalled for, and just abominable. And that is putting it mildly. That should not be tolerated. And I don't know why we tolerate this. This is sick. This is for Americans to talk about this, about their fellow Americans, is beyond disgusting. Damn. That car don't sound right. I think it needs a tune-up. So, anyway, that's what I wanted to say. And this new thing that Hollywood and other people are doing now. We want to know. We want to know Trump supporters and donors. Hello. So now we know who not to work with. Which Americans we do not want to work with. We want the addresses and phone numbers of certain Americans. Hi. They just, be sure you don't crash. You don't want that. Yes, 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 we heard you. Can you say that a little louder, please? I can't hear you. I think it's disgusting that Americans want Ivy.
Hi.
Where'd you go? Arby's?
No, Big B.
Big, huh?
Big B.
Big B?
Yeah.
Is that a new place?
No. It's out off of DuPont Road.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I don't know that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
You went all the way there? Damn, you went all the way there for that? So you went all the way up to DuPont to get that and come all the way back. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay. Use up your lunchtime So for some Americans wanting the address and phone number of their fellow Americans so they know which fellow Americans they don't want to work with. That's good. That's good. That's real American. Oh yeah. What? Aw. Oh, you're precious.
You're precious.
Aw, thank you.
I'm precious.
Well, let's be precious together. This is how you treat people. This is how you treat your fellow Americans. Hi. Hi. Yeah, the door closed on you.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe I could have splashed through.
Right. See, this is how you interact with your fellow Americans. You don't have this sick attitude of who not to work with or be associated with, which fellow Americans you don't want to do. I mean, that is just, oh, sorry, I couldn't grab that for you.
Fine.
Okay. I mean, that is so anti-American. That is so anti-American. And I don't understand why we tolerate this. Really. This is just disgusting. All right. This is pretty much all I want to say. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.